Hello everyone, welcome to July and to my June favourites. There's not a lot of them, so I'm just going to crack right on and get this done. And the reason I say that is because it takes me a very long time to upload videos at the moment. And I've got a very strict schedule and I need this to go up on the right day. So I don't have any movies, TV shows, plays, musicals, etc, none of that for June. Hello, I made a mistake. I do have a TV show, it is Manifest, and I'm going to go back in time to talk about my thoughts and feelings, but spoiler alert, because I talk about the final episode of Manifest. Hello, I wanted to make this video because I know that I'm going to mention Manifest in my June favourites, but I've just been thinking about it so much. I watched the last episode last night. It's now the 11th of June, I think, and I have thoughts. And I couldn't decide if I wanted to make a full separate video or wait until I do my June favourites, and instead I've decided to kind of do a mix. I'm just gonna pop this video in with my favourites. Because I've been watching Manifest, I can't even remember when I started it, probably when it first came out. Or when it first came out on Netflix anyway. Either way, I loved the concept. From episode 1 already, I was like, oh, this is brilliant. I love time travel things anyway. And planes disappearing, mysteriousness, I love it. Now I'm going to talk about the ending, so big massive spoiler alert. I was really nervous about the ending because A, I don't like shows finishing, and B, there was a lot that still needed fixing, basically. There were a lot of question marks, and I was worried that however they were going to resolve it wasn't going to be good enough. And I guess that's also my third of all. With these kinds of shows, they can kind of take any direction for the ending, and usually they do it wrong. Usually whatever they decide is not good enough. Because it needs to be something that justifies the show, you know? And I have to say, I was so pleased with the ending. Also, for the record, I finished watching this yesterday. My parents are close to the end. I don't know if they've finished it yet. But I'm sure that once they've finished it, we'll have a discussion about it, and potentially they might change my mind about the way I feel. Which is why I want to film this video now. I want to say it as, like, authentically me before analysing it too much. To my own surprise, I did not expect the ending. I mean, I knew that they were going to survive, or, you know, that it was going to be a happy ending anyway, even if they all ended up in heaven or something. I presumed it was going to be good. And in the penultimate episode, I think it was, when basically all the characters are saying, I don't want to be in love with you because I have deeper feelings for someone else even though they're dead or gone or whatever. I already thought at the end of that, I was like, I love that. Because it doesn't need to be, you know, a romantic ending. And I like that these people are so committed to other people even though they're no longer around. And that love doesn't go away. I like that anyway as a storyline. I didn't like... I'm gonna call him Charming, because that's what he is in Once Upon a Time. What's his name? Josh Dallas. I don't know, I've forgotten the name of the Ben. I didn't like Ben and Salmi. That felt just a bit forced, in my opinion. Like, I felt like if it had happened, it should have happened earlier. Anyway, aside from that, like I say, I really wasn't expecting the ending. To be fair, I don't think I gave it much thought, but when they walked through that terminal, and it was 2013, my heart, it was just so good, so satisfying, and I forgot that Zeke was still alive in 2013. I was like, nope, he's dead too. So then when Michaela makes the comment about, oh, we gotta go find a cab, I still didn't realise why she got so excited. I was like, I don't understand what's happening. And then as soon as she started looking through the cabs, I was like, oh my goodness, I forgot about that plot line. And I just loved it. And it was so satisfying because everyone really got their happy ending, or at least the ending they deserved. I was so happy that Grace was around. I really felt like that needed to happen. I was like, they can't completely cut out Grace. She doesn't deserve that. And obviously the mum, I forgot about that as well, and that was so emotional. And I was sad about Olive and TJ, but I'm kind of hoping that in the future, when 5 years isn't such a big age gap, they will find a way to each other. And I was also sad about Cal. And I understand why they made the choice they did. And I understand that that is the happy ending at the end of the day. But equally, I was like, Cal deserves better. Like, he deserves to know how strong he is and what he went through. But then equally that might be traumatic or whatever, so I understand why they've done what they've done, and it means that Cal and Olive get to just be siblings, normal twins. Yeah, there's a lot. And I'm so pleased, because I really enjoyed this show from the start till the end. And I was worried that the ending was going to let it down, and it really didn't. And it's very, very rare for a show to do that, in my opinion. Sorry to ramble on. Wow, it's 7 minutes long. These are just thoughts I've been having for the last 24 hours. But what I would be happy enough to have is a spin-off. Or, 1 or 2 more episodes just to show us 5 years from now and see how it all pans out. But I was very happy. Yeah, I just highly recommend the show. And that's all. On with the next favourites. The first category for which I have favourites is fashion. And the first fashion-y thing I have is actually the dress I'm wearing right now, which is totally unintentional. But this is a dress my mum bought for me when I was in Australia. And I didn't think I was going to wear it a lot, but just in the last month I've worn it a lot, so that's good. And I really like it. And then the next thing is from the same shop, but it was bought for me last year. And my mum brought it for me to Greece. And it's like a white play suit kind of thing. And this is, I think, the first time I've worn it, or one of the first times. And it's really comfortable, and it's really light, and it's really nice. And it makes me happy, and it's got pockets, so it's good. And the third thing are these black shoes that I've worn on occasion, but not very frequently. And in June, I wore them almost every single day. They're like slip-on shoes. They're not heeled or anything, and they fit, and I've got not much else to say about them, really. Then for travel, first of all, I realised that in May, I forgot to put in my favourites an airline called, I think, Lauda Air. It's an Austrian airline, I believe. And I technically flew with Ryanair, but they put us on the Lauda Air plane with Lauda Air staff, and they were fantastic, and it was just a great experience. So just adding that in. And then I've got 4 places. I've got Bratislava in Slovakia. I have a place called Mohacs in Hungary. I have Novi Sad in Serbia. And I have Krems in Austria. Can you tell I did a bit of travelling this month? Anyway, last but not least, I have A Closet, which is an app. And I am going to be making a whole video about it, but it probably won't go up until next year. In fact, it definitely won't. But it's an app for sort of tracking your clothes and giving you statistics, which I love. So that is good. And there will be updates on that, I'm sure. And then last but not least, my song of the month is Who the Hell is Edgar from, I think it was Austria actually, in Eurovision. I've been trying to choreograph a dance to it, and I think I've succeeded. But as a result, I've been listening to it a lot this month. That's all from me. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what your favourites were down below, and I will see you all very, very soon, because there are plenty of videos going up on my channel. Bye!